It dawned on me that as I start producing different types of content on here, that it might be valuable for you to have kind of a color key. So when you see the thumbnail, you may be like, nah, that's not really content I'm interested in, or like I only want to follow this kind of content, or maybe you like all the content and you could just use some context for when you're using the content. So by way of background kind of color, like the context that I appear in, if it's purple or pink or like that kind of thing in the background, then you can see the lava lamp and the Portland sign and those kind of things. You can rest assured that that is a produced, edited, scripted show. So designed to come out once a week, usually at the end of the week. Every once in a while, I'll do some like startup topics or deep dives on other things, but consistently every week, news from the startup community, from the Portland startup community, that comes out every Friday morning as both a YouTube show and a podcast. So every single week, Friday, if it's purple, it's likely one of those shows or a deep dive into startup content. Now, if you see me sitting outside, sitting in a different setting, somewhere outside of this typical studio background kind of thing that you see, then it's highly likely that this is just me kind of going off the cuff on a particular startup topic to try and provide more context, insight, guidance, help to you as a startup founder. So if you ever see a video or a title card that has that kind of setup, like I'm outside or I'm sitting on a couch or like those kind of things, then those are going to be focused more on startup topics, less about news. And they may be a little bit rambly, but they're just me speaking off the cuff about a startup topic that I think may be informative or important to you. And then finally, this brings us to this setting. If I'm not lighting up the studio and it just looks kind of plain beigey kind of color, then this is generally me just doing a vlog or behind the scenes, or really just taking the opportunity to chat with you about what's going on with me, what's happening with the show, giving you insights, but it's not going to be highly produced and it's not going to be scripted. It's just going to be me chatting. So thought that context might be helpful for you. I hope you enjoy all the content, quite frankly, but I totally understand if you're like, look, I only have time for stuff you've actually worked very hard on and is highly produced. That's the kind of content I want to see. Or maybe you're just like, I just want to see the messy stuff. Whatever the case, hopefully this color key and this kind of like thumbnail guidance helps you hone in on the type of content that you're hoping to see.